Some would say that they have a monopoly over search in general. Some would say search advertising.
So when you want to find something, a term, a person, do you Google it? It's really fast, no doubt about that. But are you getting the best answers?
Search engine results have always been a thing that people kind of take for granted, that the search engine results is going to give you the most significant results at the top. And they don't really think about the fact that this is kind of curated. And, we found it many times because we use two different search engines. We'll use Google, and then we'll say, well, if we can't find it on Google, use DuckDuckGo. And oftentimes, when you're looking for something very specific, you'll find that you can't find it on Google. Like, if it's in there, it's deep, 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 many pages in. Whereas DuckDuckGo will give you the relevant search results very quickly. So something's going on with search engines. And from your research, what you have found is that it can significantly affect the results of elections.
Well, not just that. It can affect how people think. It can affect your opinions, attitudes, purchases that you make. Pretty much, it's a mind control machine. It's the most powerful mind control machine that's ever been invented. And by the way, you should never use the Google search engine. Never.
Never?
Never.
Why is that?
Because this is what I call, and this is an S&M platform. Now, I'm not sure what S&M means to you. I don't want to pry into your personal life, but the point is that, what I mean by S&M is that this is a surveillance and manipulation platform. On the surface, there are always two levels to everything with Google. On the surface, it's like a free public library kind of thing, right?
Yes.
That's always on the surface. Beneath the surface, it's something different. From a business perspective, it's an S&M platform. It exists for two purposes only, and that is to trick people into giving up lots and lots of personal information. Notice your public librarian doesn't do that. Did you notice that? They don't actually do that.
Right.
And then it's also used for manipulation, because they discovered quite a few years ago that if they control the ranking of the search results, they can control people's opinions, purchases, votes. Now, they can't control everyone's opinions because a lot of people already have strong opinions. So the people they're going after are the people who are undecided, the people who are vulnerable, and they know exactly who those people are. And they literally, your mind is putty in their hands. So you should never, ever use Google or any other S&M product, like Amazon Alexa is an S&M product. Or the Google Home device, or Android phones.
Android phones are bad.
An Android phone is an S&M device. It's always listening. It's always recording.
Android phones are always recording you?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm questioning this. I mean, I believe you, but I just want you to elaborate.
Oh, yeah. There have been court cases in which the recordings have been subpoenaed from whoever's controlling that, that so-called personal assistant or that device. And courts have recovered recordings and transcripts when people are not even aware that they're being monitored.
I know that's the case with Alexa, right?
Yes.
But that's the case with Android phones as well?
Yes. In fact, Android phones, the equipment to prove this, which I didn't bring, but is so cheap now that literally anyone can confirm this. Android phones, even if they're disconnected from your mobile service provider, even if you pull out the SIM card, okay, as long as the power is on, it is recording, tracking every single thing that you do. So if you use it to read things, if you use it to listen to music, you use it to shop, whatever it is, and of course your location is always tracked. Then when you go back online, the moment you're reconnected, it uploads all that information. So some people wonder why their batteries run down, sometimes even when you're not really doing anything with your phone. That's because with Android phones, I think it's 50 to 60 times per hour. It's uploading. It's uploading about 12 megabytes of data per hour. So that's a lot of energy. That requires energy. The kind of phone I have is completely different. It doesn't do anything like that.
What do you have, like a no agenda type phone? Do you know that show No Agenda?
No.
It's my friend Adam Curry, who's the original Podfather. He's the guy who invented podcasting, and his company develops these de-Googled phones where they take out all the tracking stuff, everything, and it's basically running on a different operating system.
Right. So I have a phone that runs on a different operating system. It's completely de-Googled, and
what do you got? Can you show it to me?
Yeah, I can show it to you.
I'm just interested.
It just looks like any old regular phone.
Right.
But it's not.
Is it running Linux? What's it running?
No, it's a different operating system.
Can you not tell me?
I can tell.
Seems like you're trying to hide this, Robert.
Well, the point is, look. if you go to a website, it says myprivacytips.com. Okay. That's an article. You get to an article of mine, and that article begins, I have not received a targeted ad on my mobile phone or my computer since 2014.
Wow.
So there is a different way to use all the technology that's out there so that you are not the product. Okay, so you're actually a user making use of services, but you're not the product. And it can be done. And is there a little inconvenience involved? Yes, very little. Is there some expense involved? Very, very little. All these services that you get for free, quote unquote, they're not free. You pay for them with your freedom. If you want to get them in a paid form so that you're not being tracked, we're talking $10 to $15 a month. Literally all of those so-called free services that are really, again, these S&M services, all of them together are worth $10 or $15 a month.
And how do you use your phone, though? If you want to have a search engine, are you using a different search engine? Like, what are you using?
Well, that's changed for me over time, but right now I'm using the Brave browser.
I use that.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's really the best one right now. And then Brave introduced a Brave search engine, which now, fortunately, very recently, you can make the default search engine on Brave. So Brave doesn't track at all. Brave works faster than Chrome. Chrome is Google's surveillance browser. And Brave works even faster. They're both built on what's called Chromium, so they're built on the same tech, except that Brave suppresses all ads. So it works much faster than Chrome does.